Speaking to patients at Colchester Hospital yesterday, Princess Catherine opened up about her own cancer recovery journey and the pressure she felt to try and carry on as normal.
You put on a sort of brave face, stoicism through treatment. Treatment's done.
Yes.
So I can crack on and get back to normal again, but actually the phase afterwards is really, is a really difficult journey. You're not necessarily in the clinical team any longer, but you're not able to function normally at home as you perhaps once used to.
So difficult, isn't it? So it is trying to find your new normal.
Yeah, it really blindsides you as well when you get these diagnoses. And I've only watched really close friends of mine go through this. And one in particular, the way she wanted us to support her was by joining in the positivity that she really, really needed us to have. And she kept saying, no tilted heads, I don't want any tears. I'm writing this text with a smile on my face to tell you I have grade 4. It's like really tough stuff she was asking from us to support her by being positive, and she was so positive. You couldn't avoid how she was trying everything. She was holistic this and every different solution she could find. And what I found really difficult was, along with being really upbeat and positive as every time I saw her, there was no space for us to have some real conversations which would be sad about what's going to happen, what would you like us to do for you in your... all those sort of more...
The awful what if.
Some of those sadder questions. And, of course, we stayed so positive right up until the day she died that we didn't get some of the conversations I would have maybe liked to have had we been allowed to not be as positive all the way through it. But I completely respect it was her decision. She did it her way. We carry on being positive for her when we talk about it. But I think that's what you have to do. You have to ask them, how do you want me to support you? And then you have to just go with what they say, however hard it might be for you.
Yeah. I guess it's difficult, isn't it? Like trying to go through anything when it comes to cancer or any kind of terminal illness. It's like you said, the new normal. And I think even at Christmases now my father's passed away, it's this unsaid thing, we all kind of get on with it and we all pretend that Christmas is a lovely time to get together, but it's just such a reminder of how things were and how things are now, and it will never be the same, and we will never make the memories that we used to make. And you just put on this brave face, which is what I think...
We all wear the mask.
We do.
I call it the mask because... in a way, what option do you have? I mean, in my case, to have your child diagnosed with cancer, your world turns upside down and you don't know how to treat it. But I do believe, having watched Karen fight her cancer for 7 years, that the individual who is suffering that or any other condition, I think they should have the choice of how they deal with it. And in my case, the turmoil inside my head was just, I can't explain just how tough it was. But I had to tap into Karen's attitude. Now, she had incredible tenacity. She was going to beat it. If she didn't beat it, she would cope with it. And so that positivity that you talked about, you see, you have to tap into what they want and how they want to deal with it, because I think that's the only fair way. And no matter what's going inside yourself, in this case, with your child, you have to tap into how you're going to be of use to your child and help that child through, no matter what age the child is. And so it's a very tough thing. But I think that, having watched Karen for 7 years, I think that Kate is dealing with it very, very well, because she's measuring out how much she wants to do publicly and her royal duties, how much she wants to be at home with her children and her husband. And she has been quoted as saying that her strength and the ties with her husband and children have grown even stronger. And I think something like that will bring out what's important in life and what you want out of your life. So I think she's doing a very good job. I do.
And also, Dora, the importance and how much we all appreciate her candid nature to this, and how she is speaking in the way that will resonate with so many people. And I think to hear her speak like that is such an important... It's an important position that she's in, but I think it really will allow people to understand what she's been going through, because they are also going through it as well.
And the King as well, when you think of how he talks so openly about the way he was dealing with it. It also, I think, helps people understand that maybe they're not on their own, or it's not their family, that it can happen to anybody.
Absolutely.
And that's the truth, of course. It can happen to anybody, any family. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how much power you have. If you have nothing, doesn't really matter because it can hit anybody. Yeah. So Kate, I think Kate is doing a really, with Princess, I should say. Calling her Kate.
It's like we know her personally,
all saying,
isn't
Kate.
it? Yes. If you have been affected by anything that we have just talked about, support is available. Please head to our website for a list of helplines.